And I got this cough. Got a husqvarna in here tonight. Hopefully Sharon doesn't come home and just open the garage door. So, I like the guy who does the videos with the chassis straightening. Tractor trailer chassis straightening thing. He's got a finger he points at stuff. So, I don't have a finger. But you can see there's quite a bit of crust developing here. And the funny thing was, it wasn't very funny, but the funny thing is, the gentleman said, "Do you think it could be the oil filter?" And I had literally turned the oil filter by hand, and it was more loose than that, we'll say. So then I was inquiring about, I was like, "Hey, what is this from?" And he was saying that he tried baking soda and whatever else. Some severe discoloration. Well, there was a little rip in the seat over there. Doggy's gonna try to eat this. Don't eat that. It's naughty. I pulled the box of crap. You're gonna join me on this Friday night. Hello, ladies and germs. Thank you for stopping by, hanging out with me in my tiny garage. I may or may not have all the parts for this stuff tonight, but we'll see. We will see. Man, whew, stuff. I gave this guy a price already, so we'll have to stick with the price. I may or may not have the oil filter, or they should say the air filter, not the oil filter. I definitely have the oil filter. I do have an air filter. I may even have a pre-screen. So, let's see. We'll start there first. What do you do, doggy? My dog's all spooked. He's a spooked dog. What? What? Don't knock the camera over, Jack. What? Why are you so scared? Where are the birds? Birds? Don't knock the camera over. Man, I wish I was like Mark Robber, had, what? I don't know. 30 million subscribers. You imagine what kind of cash flow you can make out of a $30 million or 30 million YouTube subscribers. So that's that. I'm gonna look and see if I got a pre-screen for this. I hope I do. I may or may not. I was spending quite a bit of money with stins. The problem with stins is that I had to spend so much, $100 and some in order to go ahead and there's $150 in order to get get free shipping. And as you can see, I spent a lot more than stop eat whatever you're eating, drop it. Drop it. Dum. I don't know why you thought that would be good. I don't know that that's the exact right one. But something's better than nothing. Here's a look. Briggs & Stratton says Briggs & Stratton pre-filter. I have a feeling though it belongs with another set of pre-filters. Not that one. 076. Come on, seriously? Stop it. wasabi. Okay, maybe it is that one. Hopefully you weren't looking at my ass crack. So, do the, that is a 176 pre-filter Briggs & Stratton, part number 273638S. I don't know, if I was as smart as Mark, I would have a different setup here, huh? That looks like it fits right in there. And then the air filter is 100153 by Stens. Replaces Briggs & Kraken 499486S. So make sure this fits in there before I go ahead and mark it up with stuff. You know, as suspected, that is the correct fitment, and we will mark it. You gotta mark your stuff, and this is like 500 hours. Hang on, we're gonna pause this. I gotta go grab the key. There we go. So it's 551 hours on it. 551.5. So we'll write that on here. 551.5. What's the date today? Like the 16th? I don't know, something like that. Right, that looks about right. Alright, somebody's paying attention. Dog wants back out here so he can see what's going on. Come on, asshole. What? I don't know what you want. Happy Friday to me. Happy Friday to me. Huh. A little couple weird wear marks there. I have this the same flavor mower myself. It is not my go-to, but it is a spare I have right there. It's exactly the same, maybe a little newer, but you stay down. I'm gonna have to have you go back in a minute here, puppy. Come on, come on. Just for a minute, I need to get the oil dried. And a rag. Well, where did I go with that? Oh, there it is. It's already inside. Yeah, we'll go back here. Let's go here. The oil didn't look too shabby. It's usually easier when it's warm, you know, but fuzz around that. Really didn't feel like starting it up and running it because it's cold outside and I can really just aim this a little bit drain a lot out of it. We'll do the, I put a little tiny fuel screen in there. That wasn't nice. I think we'd do something a little bit better than that. Oh, that's gas. Wow. I have some other ones. I do need to order more oil fillers, I guess. Is that a Briggs and Kraken? Well, that sucks. That ain't gonna work. Guess I throw that one right in the fucking garbage. Some got dropped on there. What? What are you barking at? Stop it! Oh, that sucks. Do-do-do-do-do. That's a little better. More like it. It'd be nice if this unit had the funnel to prevent oil from dripping down the side further. And if I could find a container to hold the crap that's going to drip out of there. Everything's full up right now. The shider's full. Guess I'll have to bleep out the F word, huh? We can't make money off words that you use the F-bomb in. Like the first 5 minutes or something like that. I don't remember what it is, but there's some type of YouTube rule out there. Apparently, you know, I live not too far from where one of the creators of the YouTube service lives at, or grew up at. We all had choices, didn't we? No, I'm not angry about it. Could have been worse. Could have been better. What, do you want to eat some grease, you dum-dum? Leave it! Leave it! Good gravy. I don't think this one's going to make it. He's not like Remington was, that's for sure. This one's a special something. Dielectric grease. And normally I would use the right pair of clamps for this, but we're going to use, thanks, that was nice. I don't feel like opening the garage back up and having Dingus out here yelling and barking, carrying on, so hopefully. Come on, move. Stop it. And he's got a full tank of gas in there too. These really aren't the right pliers for that, but they did what I needed them to do. I throw a little grease on there just to help keep things moving, you know. I guess I should have been a little more careful about it. Old one falling out. Use the right tool. Yeah. I will. Oh, sorry. Hose. It's a little worn. It's all that good gas with the alcohol in it. Can't you just stop? Whatever you're trying to get into, stop it. This is not a place for you to go ahead and get into everything. So halfway there, we'll I'll look at the spark plugs. I don't usually change spark plugs, but I'll look and see what I said to this guy. I might have said something like, I'll look at them. If they look bad, we'll change them. If they look good, we'll leave them alone. That's the wrong size socket, sir. By golly, you're right. Oh. Huh. Hell is that? I don't know. You think they put them in with a torque wrench? 17 foot-pounds? No. Don't think so. Stop it. They replaced them though. He had this done by another local shop. Something's a little ominous about that, isn't it? Set me up there. God dang it, I can't believe that was probably 120, 126.34 garbage. A loss. God dang it. need to wait for that to hang on. Someone will bust my chops, but let's just say it's supposed to be 0.30. There's quite a bit of play in that. So we'll close that gap up. I can't find my spark plug tool, but at least I can find my feeler gauges. And knock it off. I don't know how other people close their gaps up, but I usually don't like to hit them with a hammer. So some people hit them with a hammer. I try to push them or use a small vise. Put the feeler gauge in the center. You're gonna so someone's gonna say, "Oh, you shouldn't do it that way." Well, I mean, I'm not really exerting a whole lot of pressure, so just enough to bend that electrode, and I can get the feeler gauge to go right in and out of there exactly how it's supposed to go, and where it's supposed to be gapped at, which is not 35 thousandths. You know, you can put never C's on the end of those as well, or anti-C's. Always hand tighten these. So you do not end up with a stripped head, because that'll create a whole different problem now. And this one here, you can probably replace the head, which is good. But in some of the units with smaller engines, you cannot replace the head quite as easily. What do I know? I should be out showing real estate and selling real estate, right? Now, if only I had a bunch of rich people who wanted to go ahead and spend money on real estate with me. $17 foot-pounds. Usually what most of these people are at, 16 to 17 foot-pounds. We'll just go with 17. And we'll put a dap of spelunk in the dielectric grease here, and the said it before, this torque wrench for 150 bucks or whatever it was, 130 bucks. One of the best investments you can make. I have a bar, or I guess you call it a indicator torque wrench as well, that I've had for probably 25 years. Works great, does what it's supposed to do as well, but digital stuff makes me feel cool. Put a dab of dielectric grease in on this side as well. Because that's what people should do when they do these. It feels like maybe those coils might have been replaced. I don't know. Especially not without looking at mine. And that's it for the top side. We're just waiting for that oil to kind of drain down so I can go ahead and get under there, but because it's cold, it's taking a little longer for it to come through. But that extraction tool is one of the best things that I've ever received as a free gift. Thank you, Mr. Donofrio, for that. If you watch, I doubt you do, but hope you're enjoying retirement and definitely appreciate that extraction tool. I did consider going over to Horrible Freight and buying a newer style one, because this one does occasionally, when the diaphragm gets stuck in the bottom, will leak out all over the floor or wherever I'm at. I went out to a to do a snowblower for a gentleman, and stinking thing leaked out all over the guy's driveway. Thankfully, he was very, very cool about it, and I got lucky. And he was nice. He could have been a real jerk about it, and I wouldn't have blamed him. But once we get this guy drained out, hopefully it's almost there. And right down 544 on the let's see how much oil drains out of here. We'll see how much oil drains from this. Hopefully it's down far enough that it's not going to drain all over, but don't expect anything less. Hopefully it drains down and not back. Weird. Looks like, oh shite. Oh shite. Some days. Come on, get in the garage. Come on, boy. We're getting the house. Come on. Forgot I had the oil pan on the other side. Oddly enough, I don't know what kind of oil was being used in that. We'll pull that up here in a minute, but that's an interesting color oil. 5515. And yeah, you have to be careful with these here. Sometimes, especially on certain engines, you have that little stump there, and if that little stump is up too high, you're blocking the oil flow. So I think that, even though I pulled that one away, let me open the garage door back up. So this one also has the little stub in it. So if you're concerned about it or worried about it, you can always take something, jam it in there, and then you can get an idea. If you're in the right vicinity, if you have an aftermarket filter like I do, and make sure it is similar to the other one. And we were right. 5, 1.5 to 16, 24. I always write that, you know, you should, but that oil looks really clean. It looks ominously crisp. So I'm not sure what the scoop is there. But sometimes I end up with people's stuff and they got a problem with it. And then what they try to do is they try to stuff the next guy with whatever's happening. And some people are like, oh, don't pre-fill the gas. Well, I started pre-filling them, so it'll spill out a little bit, but yeah. Hopefully you weren't looking at my crack. Sorry. Sorry if you were. Sorry. Turn away. Turn away. Open and close. Open and close. So, we'll let it rest overnight. I'll try to see if I can get more oil back towards the back of that unit and suck it up and try to get every last drop out of there that I can. And I'm going to go down and replace a snowblower puller rope. And I guess I'll spend the rest of the evening looking at real estate. So, happy Friday. Hope you enjoyed watching whatever you're watching here. And like I said, tomorrow we'll put fresh oil in it and sharpen the blades and grease all the fittings. These fittings look like they've seen a lot of action. And I guess we'll do that while we're at it, while we're here. There's some in the, I don't see it very often, but there's some in the, let's see if we can do this while we're, of course not. It stopped recording, so whatever. That sucks. I had to respond to a text message. But I know someone said that these spindles on these new ones are a joke. And come on at the bottom. I'll grab this mutt while we're at it. Where you at? What are you doing? You behaving? Gotta keep an eye on him. 9 months old, you know, he gets into all sorts of trouble. Wow, I can't believe. Oh, there it is. I can't believe how dry these are. These are pretty dry. There's one in the center too on each of these, so we'll get these. I'll have it up in the air. Almost a whole tube of grease in this thing, and then there's two on the inside of the tires or the wheels here, and there's one in the center of that suspension piece, or you can call it steering frame piece or bar or whatever you call it in the front. Let's give it one more pump. Yeah, we're not getting much more of that, so. Good gravy, dog. Knock it off. And then clean up some of the fuzzies around this thing. Jeez. Pretty fuzzy. And not know why my nose is bothering me now. But it is. Nothing in there. Try that again. It's a really powerful car. Sounds like a Honda Ford can. Don't know if you can hear it. Yeah. Boy, that one's a strong spring on that guy. Yikes. Yeah. What the fudgy sticks? Man, that one is pretty dang strong. Gonna give me a hard time about all sorts of stuff, but whatever. Oh, you didn't do this and you didn't do that. Well, I'm not sending it to the moon. I'm not really overly worried about it. breaking on this gentleman. At 500 hours, it's kind of served its purpose, but it should be able to get another 500 hours in my opinion, but these guys do wear out. And I do have it up in the air a little bit, so I guess we'll have to check the oil level at a little later point when I'm done doing the blades, but that's that. And this is this, and we're out.